And we're back for the last time tonight.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so you guys are watching the BCS 24-25 Weiss Schwarz World Finals with myself, Randall, aka Shizukats.
And me, Ian.
And we have one last trivia answer for you guys. So the trivia question that we gave you before the break was, what title is this Climax card from? And those of you who have been playing Weiss for the last couple of years know this card very well. It is, of course, the Alice Choice Climax from Sword Art Online. Definitely terrorized the format. I would say, was it only just last year?
I guess last year, maybe the year before that already.
It hasn't been too long since this card was a relevant played card.
Yeah.
But a lot of people definitely not super huge fans of this format. Turns out having triple level 2 combo 11k at level 1 with 7 stock and 7 hand is kind of good.
It was quite good.
Were you playing this deck?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I never really like playing the best deck in format. I usually just tend to play the decks that I like.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, getting back to our finals match. So on the other end, we did end up having Bran, who is a Quince Nino player, taking the win over Yo Fuzzy 3, who was playing Bunny Girl Senpai on the other side of the bracket. So our grand finals for this year is going to be the
Bran from Australia playing the quintessential quintuplets,
and Jose
from Spain
on 7 Deadly Sins, which we just saw in our last game.
And they will also be playing out the third place match between Yo Fuzzy 3 playing Rascal Does Not Dream series versus Full Croc, who is playing Nikke.
Mm-hmm. So we talked about the individual matchups, like what if SES played against Bunny Girl, or if it played against Nino. And I was saying that I feel like Bunny Girl overall would be the better matchup for SDS. But that being said, SDS does have some pretty cool tools to use against Nino. In particular, I think the level 0 Escanor bomb is going to be a really impactful card in this particular game.
Yeah, getting bombed on your 2-2 Encore bodies is especially backbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
And also like the 2-2 11Ks, of course.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Are our players... I think they are all ready to go. So without further ado, let's get right into our finals game.
This is going to be the last game. I hope you guys are ready.
I'm hoping for a good game. I'm hoping for like a good, long game with skill expression and not people randomly dying from 2-2.
I'm hoping to see Jose blow up someone from 2-2 for the third time in a row.
Oh my god. Well, the first game against Bunny Girl, the Bunny Girl player was at like 2-5, I believe, right?
Yeah, that was a more acceptable range.
All right, so what do we have here from the Mulligans? In Jose's hand, we already see a copy of the level 0 Stock Soul. And from Bran, I believe that is a copy of the level 3 Front Row Global 15, and I'm not sure what the other one is. I didn't catch a good look.
Yeah, they're still kind of waiting for the signal to start.
Okay,
but
so
yeah.
I believe we have the okay. Here we go. Bran is going to be going first, starting off by clocking this 2-2 just to make sure that eventually winds up in the waiting room.
Mm-hmm.
Level 0 Nino to dump whatever Nino he wants from the deck into the waiting room and prepare it to potentially be brought out off of standby. And we're bringing out the level 1 Climax combo. SSP version, of course. This deck is max rarity, right? Sure looks like it to me.
Not too sure if it's completely max, but it's very high rarity, it seems.
Yeah, I think this actually is max rarity. And so we are going to be seeing a lot of cards artworks that are just not on the non-foil versions. There's a lot of alternate arts in quintessential quintuplets. And we are seeing the standby being played to bring out that 1-1 Climax combo. Without a copy of the level 0 Escanor in waiting room yet, I think Bran is pretty confident in just putting this in the front row and allowing it to soak up some extra damage.
Yeah, but what if he does manage to find one? Yeah, we already see one of the Escanor in hand. He's discarding a copy. Oh, and finding another one on top. Can he get it engraved though?
I don't think there's a way that we can get that into waiting room. And so I think it's probably... Oh, man. What is it going to be?
If only there was a brainstorm in hand to combo off of.
Oh, the tap self rest and sack a character brainstorm. So you
no, the Elaine the combo brainstorm. So you can do the combo.
Oh, yeah, oh, that's what you mean. Okay, yeah. Sure.
Although I don't know if he actually had a way to another card to get back. But alas, it's just gonna be a direct attack for 2.
Oh yeah, he actually wouldn't have another card to get back because it's a level 2 and a level 3. And I was able to see the other card that was mulliganed by Bran was the level 3 Nino. It's like the reprint of the Miku with the mill bottom 4 from the opponent's deck effect. So far, pretty normal game. I'm just gonna double check. Was Bran the so Bran was the player that is playing the 1 of 2/2 from the from set 2 that allows you to stand the 2/2 when you bring it out via the climax.
I do think this is probably not the matchup where you want to be playing that in case you get Escanord on your 2/2 that you standby out.
I'm using this level 0 Nino to dump another copy of Climax combo.
Maybe getting to standby another copy?
I feel like that would require a lot of standbys in Bran's hand, and I don't think Bran has more than 1.
I'm not even sure if he has 1.
I think there is 1, but it's an OFR, so it's a little hard to spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, see... Oh, there's 2. There are 2. There's 2 Climaxes.
Okay.
You're playing the level 0 Nino, discarding a Nino to draw a card, and then following it up with the other effect.
Top reveal.
Discard a card, reveal a top, salvage a character of equal or lower level. In this case, the top card is 0. And looks like we're going to be actually playing a level 1 Climax combo Climax here this turn.
You're probably gonna stand by another copy of itself.
Oh, no, this is the level 3 Climax.
Okay, yeah, that does make sense because this turn is just a setup turn, and next turn you get double advantage from your level 1 standby climax.
So this was guaranteed to be a swing for 1. I think it's really important for the Nino player to swing for exactly 1 here, so it doesn't accidentally put another Escanor into the waiting room if the top 2 cards are like Escanor, Climax, oh I canceled, oh I have one in waiting room, nice Nino, and it's gone.
That could have been catastrophical.
Oh, wow. 2 quick cancels from Jose here.
Do you really want to be canceling here? Oh, I guess if you do have an Escanor, you're perfectly fine with that.
This is not a great hand from Jose. We have 2 copies of the Climax for the Climax combo, but no Climax combos to go with it. We're also lacking other strong cards for the level 0 game, for the level 0 game, such as the level 0 Hendrickson that can summon one of the brainstorms from the deck. We're kind of just playing with a bunch of random stuff.
Yeah, but I do think I would be pretty happy having the Escanor to clear the level 1 combo. So, I don't know. Even though we're like completely not set up for our combos, I don't think I'm too mad about this one. Oh, but he's considering committing the Stock Soul here?
Interesting. Now, here's a question that I have. So we have this level 0 Meliodas on the board that can buff 500 anywhere on attack. Would you use it to buff itself, or would you use it to crash into the level 0 Nino? Because the difference between those 2 scenarios is if you crash 500 to 500, then you're denying a reverse target from one of these 2 copies of the 1/1 Nino if Bran is able to get a second copy.
Right, that is kind of interesting. Because we are denying one lane already, and the other lane will already be winning, right? So you already you guaranteed leave 1 reverse.
In this case, we're leaving guaranteed 2 reverses.
And now we're leaving 2 reverses because of the power pump.
So we could see the on-death salvage, on-death pay 2 salvage from this level 0 Nino come into play. Maybe pick up that copy of the level 1 that just got sent to stock. which can then be played and then go for double combo. I feel like if I was in Jose's position, considering that he has such a damage lead right now, I think I would be okay with taking that 1 extra damage and leaving the lane open by crashing the Meliodas and not giving the 500 buff to itself.
Yeah, it might also be catastrophical if you stay level 0 for another turn. Although, maybe it's not too bad. It depends on the sculpting here. We still don't have the level 0 brainstorm, and I think Jose is not in a good position in general right now because he's only a 3-card hand, right?
Yeah. After playing 3 guys and the climax and not getting much out of it besides just damage. So Jose is going to be struggling to keep up hand moving forward unless we can get some brainstorms.
Yeah, we definitely need to hit some brainstorms to get back into this game. And there is the second copy of the level 1 climax combo for Nino.
Playing another level 0 Nino to dump a Nino from the deck. Probably going to be dumping a 2-2 if there isn't one already so that you can bring it out off of the standby that Brand is about to play.
It's also so funny to just see the t-shirt that he's representing Nino on his shirt as well.
Oh, yeah. And the sleeves. If you're going to max rarity Nino, you need to bring all of the Nino stuff.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the sleeves are a given, right?
But the shirt is going above and beyond, right?
Yes.
I feel like out of the 5 quintuplets, I feel like the Nino fans are like the most dedicated when it comes to Weiss players.
It does feel like that, right?
I don't ever see Ichika players touting their Ichika sleeves and their Ichika shirt and their max rarity Ichika decks. It's always the Nino players. Like
maybe sometimes Miku as well.
Maybe Miku, yeah. But like Nino players, there's so many of them.
Yeah.
And
we do see the level 1 standby climax getting committed and standbying out a 2-2, right?
Yeah. Going for the red 2-2, which gains a lot of offensive power, but lacks in the defensive power department. That being said, I feel like that 7k power on defense isn't going to be too much of a detriment, considering that a majority of the time SDS is going to be representing
6-5?
6-5s, yeah. Oh, we have the damage backwards here, or the levels. Leveling yellow, and let's see what happens in this last attack. Well, first let's see what Bran is salvaging off this combo. So as we were saying, this could have been potentially only a single salvage if he had crashed the Meliodas, but in exchange for +1 damage.
Yeah.
Eyeing the level 0 top check for Nino. Nope, switching to the James Ironwood Nino, I guess, if they'll let us call it that.
I do think that this position is a very good position for Brand to be in. So just making sure to have like outs for discarding eventual like double climaxes or something that you end up drawing is probably the way to go from here.
We also saw another 2-2 developed here in the back row, the 2-2 blue Nino. So this is the one that gains constant power on either player's turn, going up to 11k if you have 2 or more other characters in your front row. Kind of surprised that it didn't end up getting standbyed out to the front row, though.
Yeah. That is kind of curious. Because there's no way it's going to die from here, right? The only way is like the Escanor level 0.
Yeah, maybe just being extra cautious and making sure that it doesn't get removed from the board by that Escanor level 0. Because I believe we do have 2 copies in the waiting room. We saw the first one. We saw the first one on the first turn. We saw the second one being used to remove the 1/1 Nino, and so now if a third copy comes out, then it would be a level 2 or lower stock bomb, which would allow you to get rid of the level 2.
Yeah. We do see Jose finally finding a copy of the Hendrickson to find his brainstorm that he's been looking for all this time. So hopefully hitting a brainstorm, staying into this game.
Oh.
Nope.
Really would have liked to see a hit on that brainstorm. Would allow Jose to get another copy of the Elizabeth combo, and then we're in business.
He does have another copy of Hendrickson, but clocking yourself this many times might be a little bit painful. We could also consider sacrificing one of the Hendricksons to the other Brainstorm, but it doesn't seem like we're going to do that. We're just going to develop a second Brainstorm Climax combo, and probably just slamming an.
I think it's a small price to pay considering the swing and card advantage that it produces.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if Jose goes for another Brainstorm here, this could end up being 3 or more cards compared to if he didn't use this Hendrickson summon effect to get the Elaine.
I wonder if we will be using that Brainstorm just to make sure our deck state is in a slightly better position, but I'm not sure if the mills line up with that. I think it's like exactly 9 cards, so that would mean not refreshing with the Climax. So he's probably just considering whether or not he thinks it's worth it.
And we're going, and we're missing. Oh my god.
No.
And just going straight in with the Climax combo. Hey, look, a Climax.
Yeah. Where were you the last Brainstorm?
You know, maybe the Climax not going back with the refresh isn't so bad. Okay, that was honestly, like, that was probably the best 2 cards he could have milled, I think, if you want to just... Like, obviously, if you trigger them, it allows you to have more damage potential, but the fact that they're getting milled means that they are going to go back into the deck. But, as I was saying, I think maybe the Climax not going back with the refresh is actually beneficial here, because we know that there's a Gate Climax in his hand, and he's salvaging a Climax Swapper off the combo. So he could just use that to go into the Climax combo again on the following turn, maybe use some Brainstorms, get some additional hand size. But for now, we're just going to try to deal damage.
Yeah. And one of the good things about... so right now he's not going to refresh with this Stock Soul, but that's actually kind of beneficial in a way that you can target it with the Climax Swap next turn.
Yeah, that was what I was saying.
Oh, yeah.
Because he has the Gate Climax in his hand currently.
Yeah. So he is 6 Climaxes out. The 1 Stock Soul is on board. The Gate Climax is in hand. I think this position isn't too terrible for on either side. I would still rather be the Quince player in this position, I think.
I think if Bran gets hit to level 2 here, we're going to be trying to bring out cards such as the 3/2 Nino Changer. I think that's probably the most impactful card from Bran, as it gives flexibility to go into cards like the Nino level 3 combo. If you are able to get like a big damage lead, and you can actually push damage with the level 3 Nino combo even though you're not at level 3 yet, while also getting the heal. So, in my opinion, those would be the priority targets moving forward.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Like, being able to heal down on level 2 is also just a very important option to have at that position.
Especially against this deck.
Against this deck, yeah.
Nope, but just staying at level 1 with a second cancel.
I do imagine that there's some way to navigate yourself to level 2 here, but it might involve refreshing.
Sided the 0?
Sorry?
Sided the level 0 Nino in the center.
Yeah, does it not scale over?
It does. The Hendrickson is 1,000, and it can give 1,000 anywhere on attack, and that Nino is only 500 power.
Okay.
So, I mean, maybe the thing is that siding it, quote-unquote, denies the on-death ability, but you can just play over it anyway on your own turn with a new card. Or if you don't feel like playing over it, you just save a body on board, and then you're +1.
Yeah. I do think that the pluses don't really matter at this point anymore, since he has so many resources to work with right now.
So we're seeing here this level 0 Nino has 2 on-play abilities, the first of which we are seeing right now. Pay 1, discard a Quince character to look up to top 4 and add a card. And we're skipping the other effect, which is a discard a Quince character to draw a card. And instead we're going to go into the Brainstorm and hit 1. This is a top check 3 per climax hit Brainstorm.
Yeah, it does seem like this like they navigated this just to be able to pay out that climax that was triggered. He manages to shuffle back how many climaxes? I think it's like
they're honestly they're so hard to see because they're OFRs. But he's got great compression. 5 cards in clock, 5 cards on board. Is that six cards in hand? So we're looking like we're in a pretty good spot, I would say.
Still at 1/6 though, so not being able to stand by out any level 3s just yet. Unless?
Maybe that's not too much of a problem. We could use the 2/2 blue Nino to maybe be the first attacker. Top check 2 using its on attack effect, and maybe put a potential standby target into the waiting room off of that, which can then be brought out via a standby on a future attack to play over the level 0 Nino that is now in the back row, and then you could go for like a pay 2 salvage. But it looks like we're not attacking with it first. Attacking with the 2/2. Direct for 3 is going to cancel. Still not attacking with it. And there is a standby. Another cancel.
I mean, I guess standbying anything out doesn't really do much here. It still needs to be an improvement to your current board. There's one climax.
Another standby within the top 2 from that top 2 check, and unfortunately not able to do anything with it. The other card that was in the top check 2 was a level 3, which wouldn't be able to be standbyed out at this point since Bran is only level 1. And even though those first 2 attack cancels, I think he'll gladly take this third attack for 4 sticking.
Yeah, for sure. Taking 4 there was a little bit unfortunate, but we are still in the game.
It's in exchange for 2 cancels, so it's probably like okay. You definitely would have preferred to take one of the smaller attacks though, obviously.
Yeah.
Common Weiss player problems. Why did I take the 4 and cancel the 1?
I wonder what this turn is going to be looking like.
Starting with Nanashi, commonly referred to by at least like the people that I associate with. We call it the card Titan effect.
Yeah.
So on play, mill 3. If you mill a climax, choose one of your opponent's level 3 or lower front row characters and just pop it. So we're going to be popping the blue 2/2 Nino here. And then it also has an anti-over level bomb effect, but we're not going to be seeing that here probably unless he attacks with the Nanashi first, and then it immediately just cancels off the top.
Yeah, we can always hope. I do think we saw a third copy of the Elizabeth Brainstorm in hand, so I think we're trying to navigate in a way that we play that out, get 3 cards back.
Yeah, starting with the Climax Swapper, of course, to switch from one of those gate climaxes in hand into a Stock Soul. But I feel like we're probably going to be going for Brainstorms here. I think we're out 6, so it's probably a good idea to just brainstorm a bit. If you hit climaxes along the way, you can get endgame pieces like Hendrickson that might be difficult to salvage off of the Elizabeth combo since it salvages based on level. And there we do see salvaging a Hendrickson. Will we go for another Brainstorm, though? Let's look at the deck size. Looks like about 10 or 11 cards around there.
We would need to Brainstorm to go through enough cards. I think one Brainstorm puts you at exactly 7, and you can mill 6 cards with 3 Elizabeths.
Yeah, 3 climax combos, milling 1 each, and then 3 attacks. Will we hit another climax?
Oh, we do. Oh, we are so back though.
So all of the cards that are remaining in the deck are non-climaxes. We can just mill and attack without worrying about it, and we'll end with 1 card in our deck. Presumably 1, 2, 3. No, sorry, it's a 6-card deck. So,
but we end up playing the Escanor here, though. I think he might choose to put that in front of the 2/2 Nino.
I think no, in front of the 1/1 because you want the Nanashi to potentially be able to remove the 2/2, and then the 0/0 is guaranteed going to remove the 1/1, and then going with this line means that you will not, or you will be able to get your climax back in with the refresh because you're going to end with 1 card in deck, since you didn't play the 3rd Elizabeth.
It was exactly 6 cards left, yeah.
So we're grabbing Hendrickson for I'm going to level myself up reasons.
That's his signature play.
Yeah.
We've seen it in all of the streamed games so far that he just salvages 2 Hendricksons and
salvage 2 copies is crazy. He's at 2-4 already and he's about to refresh. I don't think you need both of those.
I mean, maybe. I mean, the fact that it can just get the what's it called, brainstorm?
Elaine Brainstorm?
The Elaine Brainstorm and kind of convert into other forms of value is kind of nice.
Mm-hmm. So we did not end up seeing the cancel here from Bran. So the Nanashi, it did get some of the value in being able to remove that 2-2, open up the lane, get rid of an important front row piece for Bran. Yeah, so there's the cancel he would have liked to see. But we will still get the 1-1 Nino removed from the board regardless. And finally a direct swing for 3.
I do believe there was a climax triggered on Nino's side last turn, so that one's getting buried a little bit with the stock bomb.
Yeah, I believe it was the second attack, so now it should be 3rd from the top. Now that it's gotten moved down by 1.
I think it might have even been the first attack, but I don't completely remember.
I think Bran just clocked and drew 2 climaxes. I think I saw the level 2 climax and the level 3 climax. Yep.
That is not really what you want to be seeing here.
I don't think it's too bad. I think it depends on whether or not you can... Well, first of all, how many climaxes are left in the deck, which I think is like... I think there's like 2 left at most.
Yeah. I do think so.
And then I think the other thing that you want to be thinking about is, are you able to mill through the deck? Because I think if you're able to mill through the deck, then you're fine drawing these 2 climaxes because you can play 1 and save the other one for level 3.
However, we did see Jose gesturing that he wants to go for a finish next turn, so who knows? Maybe he's just gonna finish.
Are we gonna see 2 players die from low 2 today to this Hendrickson deck?
Yeah, once again he's at 2-2. That's kill range.
So Bran goes for the Brainstorm here rather than going for the top check 5 Nino that he just got off of that salvage. And so this will allow him to get an additional card, whereas if he just went for the tennis Nino, it would have just been 1 for 1. And we hit 1 on the Brainstorm, and we also declined to take 1 off of the top check 3. So I think that might be all of the climaxes remaining in the deck.
It does seem like that.
Oh, he played... Okay. He meant to put the tennis Nino on the board. This one's going to, on play, give one of your characters the top check 5, or not top check 5, the top check 2 effect on attack, but also you can pay 1, sack it to top check up to 5 at a Nino. So, very strong card. Basically the replacement for the Ichigo Brainstorm that people used to play in the set 2 builds. That one had the secondary effect, you can pay 1 to top check up to 4 at a Quint's character. And that one got put on the restriction list, and then immediately after, they just print this tennis Nino, and it's like, oh, I get to look at 5 cards now.
I do wonder what's keeping him from looking at more cards at the moment.
I think it's because he wants flexibility on his triggers. So what I think is going to happen here is he's going to play the level 2 Nino Climax, bring out a copy of the level 2 Nino, and then sack the Climax in order to stand it, and then use the top check 2 effects of the characters that he has on board in order to give himself flexibility on what he wants to trigger. So he has 3 procs of the double trigger, 1 from the tennis Nino that was just played, 1 from the earlier one, and then 1 from the Brainstorm when he plays the Climax. I think it's very interesting that
he's using this cute little Nino token for displaying who has that twin drive or double check. I wonder if that's actually a tennis Nino token, but I don't think it has tennis on it, right?
I don't think so. It looks more like a wedding dress, I think. And we're going to draw 1 card, leaving us at 5. So between the 3 checks, we will be able to just get whatever we... So playing the standby here with an open back row slot tells me that the plan is to bring something out to back row. We're seeing the 3-2 Nino combo. And maybe in this spot, you don't actually go through all of the cards in the deck. You're just going to leave yourself with 1 card in deck so the Climax goes back.
Yeah. I think that's definitely the plan. Is there a way that gets punished?
So this is 7 back. And we know where the last gate is. I don't think there's any particular way that this could get punished. It's not like there's a lot of stock here to be vulnerable to a stock swap. It's not like playing the Hawk 2-1 is going to give much benefit, so...
It's even like the opposite almost, right? No.
It's just not ideal to play these cards, basically. So yeah, I imagine we're just going to... Wow, what a great cancel.
Oh, that is a good cancel.
I imagine we're not going to go through too many cards of the deck, and we're just going to leave it at one card remaining so that the climax goes back, and then we go from there. And it looked to me like the rest of Brand's hand was fairly well sculpted for the level 3 game. Is Jose actually going to need this Hendrickson to go up right now if he triple cancels?
I don't know. I also don't know if it's worth going up. So like...
Well, he doesn't have a choice.
Well, yeah. We're going up, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's worth finishing from here, because it doesn't seem like we're actually going to do like a huge finish from this position. And it's like, they're at 2-2. We do get a little bit of pressure from the Nino on a back row right now. So, we can't sturtle for too long. I think I would feel safe at 3-0 in this position.
As the...
As a 7 Deadly Sins.
Oh, okay. Well, we need to get a healer to work with first, because those Hendricksons are not healing anything. First Brainstorm is a miss. Will we go for another Brainstorm? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are we doing?
Okay, we're just attacking. Don't worry about it.
Goddess Amber going to come out here. So this event going to be able to send the Nino to memory. Oh, wow, you stand out this Nino, and see ya.
That is huge.
Greatly reducing the potential aggression from Bran on the next turn, even though Jose is going to be opening 2 of his 3... Oh, actually, no. These are just level 0s. What am I talking about? He's just going to be able to swing over 2 of these, and he's only going to open up 1 of the lanes.
Yes, so Bran refreshing. How many would it be refreshing? I know there's 1 climax still on his stock from that got buried last turn. Or no?
I believe it got paid out.
He actually paid it out.
Yeah. Because we used multiple effects to mill through the deck. We used 2 copies of the Tennis Nino. We used 1 copy of that Brainstorm. So I'm pretty sure it just got paid out and went back in. So I'm assuming that he went back 7, and then we know about the 1 left in hand. That's the level 3 climax that he was planning to use next turn, but Goddess Amber had other ideas.
Yeah, but it's possible that we're still going to hit level 3 anyway. So we'll see how this turn ends up going. Oh, but we do cancel this.
Oh, that's a 4.
Uh-oh. Is it a 4 or a 3?
Oh, sorry, a 3. My mind is always just assuming that SCS has a climax in play. I'm sorry. They're just always playing Stock Soul.
But it... Oh,
wow.
Another cancel, though. Is this good for Quince? I feel like it's not.
I feel like... Well, at least from Jose's position, I feel like he didn't... He wanted one of those to stick. He wanted He wanted Bran to be at like around 2-5.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect spot to be in, because usually they can't level up to go to 3-0 unless they play the like level 0 blue Nino that clocks yourself to search. If they don't have that, then not only are they not in a position to go up to their level 3 finisher turn, but they are also just at like the perfect spot for you to try to kill them from. I'm seeing a Brainstorm here hit 0.
Yeah, do they even run that level 0 Nino that clocks yourself?
This one right here. This is the Hanayome rare version. Since it's a max rarity deck. Yeah. So many different arts.
And we're just gonna swing level 0s here. Since our level 3 Nino got removed. And it seems like Jose has another turn to try and go for the finish.
I think he has to at this point.
Yeah, right now you definitely have to.
All right, here we go. Can we see another out of nowhere finish from Jose?
I mean, we see Bran at 2-3. I'm pretty sure that is kill range. All it takes is 1 4 or 2 4s and a 3 to finish from here.
Mm-hmm.
And we do know there's a couple of climaxes out since he triple cancelled last turn. I think there was also a standby in hand, right? So that's like 4 climaxes out definitely.
Mm-hmm.
No standbys triggered, luckily enough.
Yeah, and so this level 0 Nino that's on the board, it does have the mandatory effect that at the start of the opponent's draw phase, you reveal a top card of your deck. If it's level 1 or higher, you can return it to hand. I don't think I saw that top card getting revealed for that effect. Although I might have been mistaken. And we're seeing the Hendricksons coming out. So far, 2. Pushing up the Brainstorm in the back row.
I'm not sure if there's a way to fix a third Hendrickson right now. Or even enough stock to commit to that. Oh, wow. We're just committing to a double Hendrickson without anything else. I guess he didn't have the hand size for more.
I think he's 1 card over the number of necessary cards.
Oh, and he revealed a climax off the top?
Okay, maybe I just missed it, and he did reveal with the Nino. So that just kind of like alerted him, hey, look, there's a climax here that you can hit with your Hendrickson effect.
Oh yeah, that would be crazy.
I might have just missed it.
Wait, he triple cancelled off the top. This is 3 climaxes out. Now he's 7 out, I think.
Wow.
This is like almost kill range. Another hit for 3.
Okay, if this triggers, it is lethal. If this triggers.
I mean, there's also refresh points still.
Oh, actually,
there's the last climax.
Oh no!
There's no way.
Oh no! The snipe for 1, the burn for 4. How many cards does he have left in deck?
All the way up to 3/3 now.
How many cards does he have in deck? We don't know. He might need the trigger. There's a trigger for 5. 4 cards in deck. He can cancel in the new deck.
That's 1 damage too
Oh
much.
my god! You can see the stress on Jose's face right now. He's just hoping that this top card after the refresh point is not going to be the cancel that Brand needs to get back into this game.
It'll all depend on this last cut. And then the 1 card below that.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys can't see it right now, but I'm literally standing up right now.
Just taking his time shuffling. We know it's not in your own hands anymore, or actually it's kind of in your own hands. You're shuffling it all the way to the top, right?
Yeah. I'm just thinking about how the Stock Soul was literally the only card that creates this situation. If it was a non-trigger, because he had 4 in deck, he would take 3 into refresh point. It was a 4, he just take the 4. It's literally only the 5 that gives him a chance.
It's so unfortunate for Jose and so fortunate for Bran. But on the other hand, Bran has been so unlucky with getting all the climaxes on the top checks.
You can see both players' face. No one wants to be the one to flip it.
That's the refresh damage.
And that's going to be it.
That's going to be the game.
Jose is going to take another game with this insane Hendrickson finisher turn.
Once again, finishing all the way from 2-3. This is crazy. The gods have blessed him this game. Or this tournament.
Just snipe the 1. Just snipe.
Yeah. The power of the top check 1 off of Hendrickson. Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh my lord. What an insane game. All right. So petition to make Jose's new official nickname the Spanish Sniper for those insane Hendrickson snipes that we've seen throughout the day.
Holy.
Wow. Yeah, did you see that? He the cheeky flash the Hendrickson to the camera at the end there. Wow. Oh my.
Yeah, but you can see how happy he was.
Yeah.
Jumping off of his chair.
I was jumping off of my chair.
Yeah.
like what an insane game. Oh man.
And poor Bran just picking up his cards right now.
You can't help but feel for Bran. I feel like at pretty much every stage of the game, even through all of the Escanor bomb removals that were going on, he still had a lot of control. He was in a good damage state. He was canceling a lot. He was able to use effects like the level 0 Tennis Nino and the Brainstorm to just get out of those bad deck states and always refresh with pretty much exactly the deck states that he wanted. Maybe not the cards on board that he wanted. We were mostly seeing a lot of 2/2s and a lot of random 0s just lying around on the board. And we didn't really see the only level 3 that we saw on the board at all throughout the entire game got sent to memory.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I do think he was in a pretty good position at all points of the game, except for like at the last point where he just triple cancelled on that first level, the first setup turn on level 3.
Mm-hmm.
That was like kind of fortunate, but kind of unfortunate in the end as well, because there were 3 climaxes out afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like we already have a winner's interview set up for us in the future.
So it'll be his second time on the interviewer's desk today, since he was back here for an earlier victory. So we'll be right back with a quick sound check, and we'll be right back with our champion in just a sec.
We'll see you then.
And we are back with our 2024-2025 BCS champion, Jose. We were talking earlier before you walked over.
Yeah.
We were thinking of petitioning for your new nickname to be the Spanish Sniper for those insane Hendrickson snipes in multiple of your games today.
But it was only in the 2 stream games that I hit the Mocha.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, the 2 games on stream, the ones that everyone gets to see,
Yeah.
those are the ones where it comes out and just.
I didn't hit any Mocha today until the streaming.
Yeah, I feel like all of the games today have just been Hendrickson coming out and just absolutely destroying all your opponents in your stream game.
Yeah. It was like this game. I didn't think that I were going to win because he cancelled it 2 times, 3 times. I didn't hit any brainstorm.
Yeah, your brainstorms that game. Oh man.
Yeah. It was like brainstorm, and then in the climax combo, the 2 climax.
Yeah, and then in like the early game as well, when we noticed you opened with the stock soul, but you had nothing to use it with.
Yeah.
So definitely you had to really fight your way to get to that end game position.
Hendrickson stole the game.
Dude, the Hendrickson combo is just so good.
Oh, Hendrickson.
Turns out when you have burn 1, burn 4, it's just like so strong.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good. Before I played Hendrickson, I played obviously Escanor.
Okay, yeah.
But if Escanor was unbanned right now, I will play Hendrickson.
If you could play like the... If you could play the bouncer alongside it,
Yeah.
or would you want ideally the bouncer plus one of the other 2 level 3s limited?
I don't care. With everything unbanned, for example.
Well, no, like what if it was only the bouncer that came off? Would that be enough for you to play Escanor, or would you need everything to come off?
With the bouncer, I could play Escanor, but I just think that Hendrickson is better than Escanor in this meta. I think that you can come back from so many games with Hendrickson. Hendrickson gives you more flexibility to generate better dex states. I think that sometimes with Escanor, it's like I can't play anything from my hand because I need everything.
You need the level 3s, you need the climax, you need the 0s to discard for
exactly.
it, right?
And I love that I can, for example, when they try to damage deny me, I can go from 2-3 to 3-0 with the Hendrickson Ricky.
Yeah, we noticed that you salvaged 2 copies of them when you were at 2-4 about to refresh, and we were just like, I don't think he needs to get that many copies.
Yeah, I thought so too, but it was like, for if needed, it's better to have.
Okay, yeah. And so throughout your day, so what was your total record throughout the day? You finished 5-1? Swiss?
I just lost 1 game versus Rascal. Versus mine.
And then what round was that?
It was round 2.
Round 2.
I think, yeah.
So a fairly early loss then.
Yeah. It was a very strange game because I died from Manila attacks from his level 2. So I didn't care so much because it's Weiss.
Yeah.
So I just needed to keep going.
Yeah. So how did it feel playing your rounds 3 through 6, knowing that like any loss could like put you under the mark?
Sometimes it's what a bit pressure, but I just didn't expect to win that many games today. So each win, I was glad. So I didn't care about the pressure. It was just my record keeps going, so I am happy.
All right. So now that you're all finished, how are you feeling?
I want to go to party now with my friends.
You guys gonna go out to party tonight?
I don't know. It was for tomorrow, but
okay.
maybe tonight. I don't know.
Are your friends still here?
No. My friend is not. They are not here.
Okay.
They are not here.
Okay, so it's just like in Japan. Is it just you or?
Yeah, they are in Japan. They are in Japan, but
okay.
they came today while I was playing the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So after the tournament I will go with them.
Okay, so they went to like go get dinner or something
Yeah.
already. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like
sure.
if you gotta eat, you gotta eat, right?
Whew.
All right.
I am so happy.
So
I'm so happy.
I think you're gonna be eating well tonight.
Yeah, I think so.
So congratulations once again.
Thank you, Shizu.
And let's see, what do we have for the end here? We have the awards ceremony coming up soon. And until then, we're going to toss it to a quick break. So we will see you guys around the time the awards ceremony starts. Bye.
Goodbye.